Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? Yesterday we had a pretty crazy teaser from AGS. Let's take a look. On April 6, 2021 at 4:49 p.m. UTC time, at Play New World dropped a tweet. Encased in this frozen chunk of ice lies a chilling surprise. Retweet to crack the ice. Get us 200 retweets to reveal more. And accompanying that tweet, we had this nice little video. Now, not 5 minutes later, the community had already passed that 200 retweet mark. In fact, coming up on 24 hours now, the 200 retweet goal has, well, been shattered. We'll come back to that in a minute. And inside the ice appears to be the resurgence of the Gauntlet. Now, the earliest readily accessible mention of the Gauntlet goes back to April 23rd of 2019, nearly 2 years ago. And at this point, Sir Medieval, I'd like to apologize for balking when you said 2 years because you were right. In that tweet, we got some concept art showing the gauntlets and their tier progression, accompanied with the caption, "If traditional weapons are not to your liking, consider investing in the arcane. Gauntlets allow you to command great and perfectly balanced power." Now, looking through their Twitter, this appears to be the first time that magic is referenced in relation to New World. The only earlier reference would appear to be back on December 5th of 2018, when they posted about alchemists and included this image, which has been pretty much assumed to be a gauntlet at this point. So you can kind of take it with a grain of salt, kind of an illusion, kind of not. Anyhow, fast back forward and towards the end of 2019, there would appear to have been some footage captured of a life gauntlet. But I haven't been able to source that video or figure out really when it originated. So we're going to say that late 2019, 2019, late 2019 seems to be a fair guess. So let's go ahead and go with that. Since that time, though, the Gauntlet has pretty well been a no-show. No other footage has been shown that I could find, nor was the Gauntlet present during preview. In fact, the arcane arts seem to be solely relegated to the staves. That being said, the idea of being able to use gauntlets for magic seems to be a community favorite, with it coming up quite frequently. Now, as it pertains to magic, the current offering in New World isn't all that deep. You've got life and fire, so basically healing and fire. Shoot, we have more elemental perks than that with the electrified, ignited, and abysmal. Okay, so it's only one more, but it's still more. Now, the two magic classes that I've seen requested most often are Void and Ice. And either of these makes a deal of sense. We already have Void damage in the game, as well as, the elemental perk for it. And elemental perks having a related arcane counterpart seems to make sense. Now, we see this already with the arcane fire and the elemental ignited. In addition, if there are mobs in the game that can use that form of magic, I tend to think players should also be able to use that form of magic, so hopefully that indeed follows. Now, with the introduction of Outpost Rush, we had some new screenshots in the creator kit that showed the addition or the inclusion of what is described as an ice boss. We have those images here. In fact, if we look closer, the musket itself here almost appears to have an ice perk on it. If you look towards the end here, it looks like it's frozen, but elemental perks have traditionally been denoted by a glow, but maybe AGS is playing around with some different ideas, who knows. Back to the tweet though. So between the previously included arcane gauntlets, the inclusion of ice enemies, and the seeming popularity of ice among the community, the chilling surprise tease, and the crack showing us what quite obviously looks to be a hand-worn piece of equipment, we're thinking ice gauntlets? Maybe? Maybe? Either way, we should know for sure by the end of the week, and we're also going to be getting some footage of these things in action. So looking forward to that. So with that out of the way, let's talk about this particular PR campaign some, and how it seems to compare to previous campaigns. AGS's marketing for New World has decidedly ramped up in the last several months. We can see that it began picking up around preview, went back down some, but with beta and release coming up later this year, there does seem to be quite a pickup in the quality and content of what's being delivered now on a regular basis. I don't think we've gone a week in the last month without some new piece of content being revealed to us. And this week's has really struck a chord with the community. Now, if we jump back a few weeks to the expedition reveal that AGS attempted, where they did another roleplay kind of thing, based on the comments and the engagement numbers, it really didn't seem like it was received too well, especially when you compare it to this campaign. Up till this point, the most viewed campaign video on the New World Twitter account appears to be the video of Barkimedes being petted when it was retweeted by Can You Pet the Dog. Now, Can You Pet Your Dog has 40,000 more followers than the New World's Twitter account. So you can start to see where a lot of those views probably came from. Now, without that boost, this Gauntlet reveal video has gotten more views than the Barkimedes video got, probably over the course of several days. The Gauntlet reveal got that in less than 24 hours. In fact, at the time of recording, that tweet has gotten more than 2,200 retweets, 2,100 likes, and more than 196 comments. In fact, part 2 is even doing well. In fact, even part 2 is doing well, bringing in more than 1,100 retweets and an accompanying 1,100 likes. And that's within that same 24-hour time period. So that tweet hasn't even finished running its course yet. Now, from the outside looking in, this seems to bode well for New World, especially if they can continue to engage and connect with the community at this same rate or even higher. Each retweet exposes the game to more potential players, to a larger potential audience, and that allows more people to come in. And the engagement that we're seeing with this campaign shows that they're connecting with the base, they're bringing in things that we're wanting to see, and is really going to help, build that foundation and bring together the community and really help define what the community is going to be. Anyhow, that'll wrap up this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe if you want to see some more New World content, and check out my Twitch to catch me live. We'll be going live with New World on July 20th, and I hope to see you there. So long.